What are you doing? Hello guys, today I am 5 days post-op hysterectomy surgery. I had the surgery on Friday, so it's quite fresh still, and I haven't felt in shape to make a video before now, but today I felt like, hey, let's make a video, let's talk about the surgery and how the recovery time has been so far. So no more woman inside of me. What does it feel like? It doesn't feel much, to be honest. Finally, I feel in shape to make this video. I wanted to make the video every single day since I had the surgery, but my condition, well, it's been quite poor, so... But I mean, we're only 5 days post-op, so... I feel it's good. The past days have been such a roller coaster, like literally it has been so bumpy from one end to another. The surgery itself went fine, and everybody at the hospital said that it was very uncomplicated and it went fine. Just to make it clear, hysterectomy, in my case at least, was that they removed both uterus and ovaries. Bye bye. One thing is that I got a small tear inside of me when they did my surgery, so they had to put a few stitches up in there. These stitches will dissolve on their own, so I don't need to give it one single thought. It will fix itself, and probably it's already fixed because it was, as I said, it was very tiny tearing going on, so no biggie. But other than that, my surgery went great. The surgery itself, at least. The recovery is another thing. We're going to talk about it. They also discovered that I had endometriosis. So after the surgery, everybody was like, oh my god, you must have had so much pain through the years. And I was like, what? No, I barely noticed my periods. And then they told me what they had discovered, and I was just like, what? Seriously? But anyways, it's all gone from my body now, so it doesn't really matter. But it's just a small fun fact. Or fun fact, it's not really fun, but now it is fun. I can laugh of it because it's the past, but it's kind of weird. Endometriosis, I mean, I didn't know. Let's talk about the first few days after the surgery. They were awful. Absolutely a nightmare. Horrendous, terrific. I'm sorry if you're having this surgery and you don't want to hear this, but it was awful. A-W-F-U-L. Yes, awful. It was absolutely crazy. I didn't like it. The pain was worse the first 2 days, but the pain wasn't really the biggest problem. I got painkillers, and it basically felt like somebody had punched me in my stomach, or like a heavy soreness after a tough workout-ish. I've also experienced way more menstrual cramps these past few days than I've ever had in my entire life. What was that? Life. And yes, this surgery will most likely give you one last period, but then again, it's the last one. It's been soon 3 years since I had my last period, so I have to admit that it's kind of wild to have a period now, or I don't know if it can classify as a period, but it's somewhere in that area. It's period-ish. Period. The first day after my surgery, I was actually bleeding more than usual, they said. So they had to keep an extra eye on that, but thank God it went down, and it's basically almost gone today, so... But wearing pads again... I also want to mention that in this kind of surgery they blow some gas into the abdominal cavity. I have a sheet note here. So I've had a lot of gas and pressure going around everywhere inside of my body. Especially I felt it in my shoulders for several days now, and it's such a weird feeling because it just feels like pressure, and also in my chest, but like most in my shoulders. It's weird. But the pain and the cramps are not why the recovery has been awful in the beginning. first 2-3 days I constantly experienced nausea, and I mean constantly, like every single second. I got nausea medications for this, like many different kinds of it, but nothing seemed to work. Or some of them worked, but they worked for maximum like a half hour or so. I felt so low, like at rock bottom and bad, and I felt like vomiting every single second basically. And I actually did. I vomited 4 times the first 2 days, and it wasn't like a pleasant experience because I've just had the surgery in my abdominal area, and throwing up, let's just say that it wasn't nice. At the end of day 2, I decided to stop taking painkillers to see if they maybe were the reason for my nausea, and turned out they were. I got a lot better after quitting the meds, and I didn't experience any strong pains which were like unlivable, so quitting the meds was something I could do. Although the nurses didn't really recommend it, but I had to. The nausea was the worst part. Day 3 I got better and better, and day 4 was just a huge contrast to the previous days. Now 5 days post-op, I'm in such a good shape, at least compared to what I was. Of course I still have to take it easy the next couple of weeks, but I just need to kind of feel it on my body, how everything feels, what I can do and what I can't do. I easily get tired, and sometimes I do experience some kind of pain, but it's very, I will survive, I will, for sure. Now that the nausea is gone, I feel that I can do anything in the world. I can clearly see that the recovery time will be a lot shorter with this surgery than with top surgery. I'm already in such a good condition, but the first few days were a lot easier with the top surgery. And oh, I can show you what everything looks like, or at least I can show you the band-aids, because or where the incisions are made, because I have band-aids on. I haven't changed them yet, so they look a little bit gross. So if you can't handle a little bit gross things, then you should close your eyes now. So this is it, what I'm talking about. This is where my incisions are made. One here, one here, one here, and one here. This one is really gross, like this one, but just a lot more. So yes, the scars will be tiny, and yeah, it looks, I don't know what it looks like. This is what it is. While I'm spinning you up, you can open your eyes again. Hello. Everybody have different experiences with surgeries. So if you are going to have hysterectomy, don't worry, because my surgery will not be the answer on what your surgery will be like. Maybe it will be better, maybe it will be worse, no one knows. So my best advice is to try not to worry in advance. It's good to know about the good stories, and it's good to know about the bad stories. It is. Just remember that you are going to make your own story. Alrighty, as I said, a roller coaster. But now I'm done with surgeries for a long time, I hope. I started testosterone, I got top surgery, I've had hysterectomy. This is the beginning of the rest of my life. Let's make it a good one. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you so much for all of your best wishes regarding this hysterectomy surgery and everything, all of your messages. It's been such a lifesaver during these dark days. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions about this surgery or anything, then please comment it down below, send me a message, anything, and I will try to help you as good as I can. And I will see you again in another video. See you later.